Heyo everybody and welcome back to DRG. Today we are going to be doing a viewer build. It's with electric reload and with embedded detonators, and to be honest, this seems like a perfectly fine build. Anyway, I'm going to meet you down on the planet. I was going to take pheromones and then I thought about it and am now just going to take IFGs because IFGs are love, dude. So the Easter event is currently live, which is why we are playing, or going to be playing, a few egg hunt missions. We are also playing with mission content revise, so hopefully there's going to be a little bit of an oddity. If there's a dreadnought spawn, I'm going to absolutely freaking lose it, dude. It's going to be something else. Also, the opening seems to be fairly spicy. I mean, yeah, I would consider this a little bit spicy, as in there is already a bunch of bugs after me. I am kind of surprised that there was a Hululi Hoarder anyway. Or it doesn't really surprise me that there was a Hululi Hoarder anyway. I don't know why I shot that guy twice. We are in full-on hell. I'm not too sure what I'm going to be dealing with that. I don't really have any immediate sources of damage, but it turns out I don't really need an immediate source of damage to kill 3 Tri-Jaws. Are they weak to electric damage? I didn't think so, but I'm not entirely too sure about it. Also, electric reload, in my mind, is a fantastic overclock. Alright, I shoot one grunt and now I just reload and the grunt's dead. It does 132 damage for the shot, which note, I don't think there is any way to make electric reload one-shot a slasher, so you always have to 2-tap them at minimum, or at least get 2 taps from the debuff. It is also just the reason why it may not click with people, or may not click with me, because I'm... Bosco, are you okay? He's seen some shit, apparently. But the reason why it may not click with me, or may not click with a lot of different people, is because it's a different way of playing with GK normally. GK is a very single-target heavy weapon, and this makes it into a CC's Swarm Clear weapon. Note that is something special to MCR that doesn't really mean anything. I'm gonna hide behind this, and I just one-shot those guys without even trying. I am sorry, I was meaning for those guys to explode. We also have a Warden coming. Where's the Warden? I mean, like, brother, I will absolutely delete you. I don't know why I just stood around and let that guy hit me. I think I forgot that I was playing Scout. Also, I keep forgetting that I don't need to hit this guy's weak point. Bosco, do you have to sit there? Alright, one more egg. And also a full-on wave with swarmers and all that. This is gonna go well. I don't have any solutions for swarmers, which is a weird thing to say. I mean, my solution for swarmers is shoot them in the face, kind of. And my solution for the menace all the way over there is also shoot it in the face. A lot of things can be solved by shooting something in the face a bunch of times. And also, even though that I am using electric reload, doesn't mean I need to always use electric reload. One of the best points about it is that I can just choose to shoot something normally, like I did with that Warden. Oh, we have the Easter Bunny. Of course it is, I keep forgetting that. Even though I said it at the very beginning of the match, what the hell is that, dude? Even though I said it at the very beginning of the match, I keep forgetting that it is fully the Easter of... You know what? That's just good on him. He absolutely deleted me with that. There is a... Okay, well, I guess I won't go that way. Thank you, game, for absolutely blocking me from what I was trying to get, which is the red sugar over here, because I saw my HP was slightly low. Am I going to use another IFG? IFGs are fantastic for this type of build, since I'm already going to be damaging bugs a lot. Just slightly damaging bugs a lot. It's going to make the dot effect happen a lot quicker, or at least deal slightly more damage. It makes IFGs do an insane amount of damage. And also, I have Berserker to cover a little bit of the weakness of full-on upfront wave clear. It has recently been raining a lot, and being able to sit upstairs with the fan off and just hear the rain come in on the glass is a wonderful experience. I can just grab the other egg and we can get the hell out of here. I'm gonna face this swarm and then grab the other egg, is what's going to happen. Is a wonderful feeling just sitting in bed. Now, waking up to it is a different story. How I woke up this morning is the fan turned off. I'm awake. What the? Like, what is this? Can we? Why is there a bunch of exploders, dude? Okay. The fan turned off, so I'm already conscious and understanding that there's something happening. Because, A, I'm a Midwestern. Where does everybody get the saying that Midwesterners to Southerners have constantly a fan going? I thought that was just part of natural human life, is at some point you're going to want a sort of sound to play while you're going, so you can feel a little bit more comfortable upon this. That guy needs to die, like now. There is no ifs, ands, or buts. He's going to be a big problem child, and I'm not too sure how I'm going to get rid of him. There you go, he's dead. I can now get the hell out of here. He is the Azure Wheeled Praetorian. If you all don't know what the hell the Azure Wheeled Praetorian does, gives all the bugs around it a 50% damage resistance. As you can see, some of these bugs have a big old shield icon. That means they're taking 50% less damage. As you can see, how much damage that fucking goo bomber just took from IFGs, or whatever the hell. I have no idea how long it lasts. All I know is that a large majority of the bugs did just get that buff. So I'm not actually too sure how long I can dodge around for a little bit. It seems like it's still active for some of them. I guess I could just berserk and take care of a lot of bugs. Dude, that guard has so much HP. So that was the reason why I was trying to get him out of here, because I don't know how long the buff lasts. It seems like it lasts, I don't know, fucking forever? And it's a lot of damage resistance, as you can see from that goo bomber absolutely eating those shots for breakfast. And this guy also eating shots for breakfast. There you go. Also, the goo bomber's still fucking alive. So anyway, the fan turned off, and I am immediately conscious, trying to wonder what the hell's going on. And then the thing that snaps me to full wakefulness is... Apparently there's a hallway down here that goes off this way? Okay. The thing that immediately snaps me to wakefulness is a big... There is 2 magic holes in this map. That's what's going on. I was wondering why I felt like this was the same, but not the same. I think that's exclusive to MCR, is it not? At least feels exclusive to MCR in any case, there being 2 magic holes. Hey, you want to know what would be good here? Giving blow through to GK. I think that would be way too strong, but it would be fun for this build, and also make this build even stronger than it already is, as I desperately try to get away from the swarmers that are terrible for this build. I mean, terrible as in I have to spend ammo at shooting them. You know, I look at them and they die. I have to aim at them, though, is the main issue. Is a lightning strike that Apparently my brother was outside staring at whenever it happened, which makes it 3 for 3 on him standing directly outside whenever a lightning strike hits basically in the immediate area. The first time that happened, it hit the transformer down the street. So we have there's these power poles that have, you know, big old transformers on them. It struck that thing and turned the entire skyline into a nice seafoam green. Really? Instantly? It's kind of, I mean, I do have the stun upgrade. I kind of forgot that I did have the stun upgrade on GK. I was about to complain about it, but then I realized it's my own fault. So he witnessed that. The power went out after that. And then, a little bit after, like, the power goes out, I hear downstairs the UPSs, the uninterruptible power supplies, go off. The power comes back on, and then the power turns off again immediately after, which is kind of funny, but oh well. So I just actually wake up, get up, go to the bathroom and all that, and it was a weird time to be had by all. Is it weird of me to have wanted the power to be off for a little bit longer? Just because I don't know, man. How I start my day is I wake up, look at my phone, then get up, do some stretches, maybe do some other, like, you know, exercise type things. Then I get on my computer. Either if it's raining, I can take a walk if I want, or anything like that. But most of the time, it is I get on my computer. And maybe I just need to, you know, detox from the computer for a while. That would probably be a smart decision. I mean, I've thought about taking a little bit away from the computer and from the internet after a little bit. I have a bunch of books that I need to finish up reading. The main one being White Sand, Brandon Sanderson's White Sand, which is about it's about a sand planet. How could you have guessed? There's a lot more nuances. I don't really care to explain it all, at least a little bit in this. I can do so later. I also could talk about what affects the damage of embedded detonators, because I do have conductive or not conductive whatevers. I have what is that? What is the ability called? Conductive bullets. I do have conductive bullets, but I think it would be prudent to describe what actually affects the damage of embedded detonators, because a lot of things do not affect the damage of embedded detonators. There's only 4 things that affect well, in this. Okay, well that was a bit abrupt. There is only, I guess, 5 things. 4 things in base game, and a 5th thing. There might be more in MCR that actually affects the damage of embedded detonators, but I'm not too sure. I just guaranteed node 1. But anyway, in base game, Wardens, IFGs, Mark for Death, and the Error Henge from what is it called? From Azure Wield, all affect the IFG damage. Mostly it's 50% resistance, or 30, like 45 roughly average, because IFGs are 30 and the Mark for Death is 55. So it is not very consistent between the two of how much it gets buffed. And then the 5th thing that I would say is the Azure Wield Praetorian. The Azure Wield Praetorian can actually significantly reduce the damage of embedded detonators, which I don't think is a bad thing at all. I just got shot by a Mactera as well. Also, can this white filter come off of my screen, please? This is not good. I don't think I have to worry about that guy. I do kind of have to worry about all of the guys up in the high. I didn't even reload. I forgot to reload before he ran away. I kind of wish Bosco was better at dealing with swarmers, but that's probably my own fault. Also, I wonder how many times I reloaded in this combat, or in this video, just for the one tiny little effect. Wow! That's kind of awful. I love how I would love to have either higher rate of fire or weak point constantly in this mission, because at the moment the armor break I don't think has been doing all too well. Don't do it. Thank you. Hi, Warden. What's going on? I thought I'd left you in the dirt, dude. Alright, let's toss this on the ground and kill the Mactera Brundles, or at least try to. I guess I... That's what I was hoping to do with the IFG over there, but I guess I just have to get a hold of it myself. Alright, well that went well. Didn't the person who requested the build say specifically Pharaoh cans? I think they did specifically request the Pharaoh cans. I haven't looked at the comment in a while, so maybe I'll do another one, like a 4-egg mission, with Pharaoh cans. Both of them are very strong options, but I just prefer IFGs, to be perfectly honest with you. I don't know why. Because, you know, Pharaoh cans are the better of the two. They just do what they do the best at CC and all that. So I've been playing a lot of Rogue Core as of recently, which there might be some bad habits that I have picked up from Rogue Core that have translated into DRG negatively, and I can absolutely bet you that that has actually happened. In the past little bit, I've been trying, or there was a failed recording a little bit ago. I just didn't feel like... I didn't feel it, alright? There's times whenever I am in the midst of recording, and then I'm just... You know what? I'm not having fun. And I just cut the feed and abort the mission and do whatever else. It happens every once in a while. It's part of the trust the process, alright? Trust the process. But in the video, I went to Ossuary Depths. Usually that happens. It's just I go to Ossuary Depths, I don't have fun, and I just leave. Not saying Ossuary Depths is a bad place, alright? It's just... If I never see Ossuary Depths... Jesus, they have some reach, don't they? If I never see Ossuary Depths again, it would be too soon. Is kinda what I'm getting at, alright? Anyway, in that failed recording, I was constantly, and I mean constantly, trying to power attack things whenever I didn't have power attack or didn't even have Berserker up, because I have been playing a lot of a class called Retcon from Rogue Core, and they are mildly focused at dealing melee damage. They are the closest thing that we're going to get to a proper melee dwarf. You know, that and Slicer, but, you know, who cares about Slicer? Slicer's kind of boring. And by boring, I mean, please, Slicer, Senpai or whatever. Slicer pop. I don't even know if I hit a lot of them. There you go. We left the Tri-Jaws. I, like, need to get the hell out of here. We left the Tri-Jaws for last. What a beautiful time. So unfortunately, I just used my Berserker by accident. Isn't it the life of a Berserker, just popping it by accident? It is kind of... Like, it is my own fault for having the... So, I have a mod called Quality of Life, or just General Quality of... Simple Quality of Life? What is it called? It is called... Simple Quality of Life. And in that, it lets me rebind some of the buttons for a bunch of the perks and stuff. I still haven't done that. Like, Berserk is still on the power attack button when power attack is on cooldown. And you can change it to... What is he doing to that? What is he doing to that oppressor? He's making the oppressor kind of scary, to be perfectly honest with you. In fact, Warden, could you just go away, please? What the hell hit me? That's a fucking bulk, dude. I didn't realize that he was there. I don't know what I'm gonna do with that bulk, other than get Bosco to... Does it really matter if Bosco's shooting at it? I don't think so. I think it more matters that Bosco is helping with the bugs near me. Or, you know, dealing with that warden. In fact, deal with the warden because there's a hole there. Who could have guessed that there was a hole there? Because I can deal with a lot of the bugs myself. Now, if I had Berserker, it would be good here. Unfortunately, I don't have Berserker. So I think how I'm going to deal with this bulk is I'm going to IFG it and just shoot embedded detonators at it. This area is fantastic for this type of build because this is a very large open area where I can tag singular grunts and all this and run away. The tighter the game is, or at least the tighter the cave generation is, the worse electrifying reload gets, because then I, you know, actually have to interact with bugs every once in a while instead of just, you know, they're next to me. I run. Also, there is an acid spitter up in the roof, and I have no idea where he is. Well, he's 100% dead from that. I don't even need to aim at acid spitters. I could just tag them once, and they all just die. Anyway, that was the wave, and that was a fairly easy wave. The only mildly concerning part is I got slowed randomly from something, and I'm not entirely too sure what. Also, the oppressor is still alive somehow. I don't know how you got it alive. Also, I failed to even reload that. Oh well, it doesn't really matter. Anyway, let's see this guy off. How about? Hello, bulk detonator. Welcome to hell. And by welcome to hell, I mean, this is gonna take a while, isn't it? He is moving, dude. This is taking a while. God! I forget how fun that is. That is such a fun explosion where it just sends them out at Mach 5. I love it, dude. And it's like little mini fat boys. There is a wave incoming, and I can just barely see it coming from there. And this is where Berserker would be an absolute treat, or M1000, or any sort of blow-through would be absolutely wonderful, dude. Unfortunately, I have electrifying reload, which, you know, it works. It doesn't work. So electrifying reload doesn't work as bombastically as one of the Berserker, again being a very good perk. Doesn't work as bombastically as one of those swarm clear options, where, you know, I could freeze the entire swarm, or I could blow through the entire swarm, or all of a sudden the swarm is just on fire. It is a it is the slowest option out of all of Scout's swarm clear options. And CC options. I guess Cryo could be slower than it, to be perfectly honest, because you have to Cryo the bug and then shoot them normally with, like, Bullets of Mercy or an M1000 or whatever. You can cut out the middleman and just, you know, shoot them. I'm scared. Dude, I'm in hell. There's no place like home. Wasn't there a second leech, or did it just instantly die to something? I don't know. All that I know is that I made a very big mistake by just, you know, zipping blindly into a room that I've never been in. What the hell is this ground here? Is this specifically for the DNA structure? Honestly, that's kind of cool. That is very weird, though. Also, you're telling me that there was a Spitballer still available, or still here, in the room that I was, like, running around, killing all sorts of bugs and things. You're telling me that in real life, huh? Yeah, I didn't like being there at all. let's be perfectly real. Hey, you know what I would like to have here? Oh, Berserk, my long-lost companion. If only there was a way for me not to have abandoned you in my time of need. It's kind of funny, dude. Every single time I will pop Berserk. Also, Can I help you, brother? You know what that Brundle did? That Brundle absolutely distracted the hell out of me from the Mactera that was coming after me. Also, there is a Grabber that is here. Luckily, the Grabber is now at, you know, basically 0 HP, so I don't need to really worry about it. This Overclock's also very good at getting bugs off of you pretty much instantly. Or, you know, almost instantly. I am also almost out of ammo. And where did that Grabber go? I know it's not dead. It's above me. I'm gonna zip right the hell back into it. Excuse me, I had heightened sense? Oh yeah, it's Grabber. I forgot. I thought there was another leech. You know what would be... I don't know what I'm doing with this. I was just going to... Listen, man, the mind is an enigma whenever it comes to electric reload. And me saying I'm gonna throw a IFG in there for some reason. So you'll notice that I am out of ammo for the electric reload. If I can find a target to shoot, I will show you something that's cool. Because even if you are out of ammo with electrifying reload, you can still use the electrifying reload and, you know, embedded detonators and all the other things that trigger on reload, as long as you have just shot. I don't think there's anything that I will be able to find to shoot, unless, you know, I wait for another wave to spawn, but that sounds like a bad idea. Actually, I can shoot one of these, right? Nope, they don't count. Don't have an HP pool or something. There is a wave incoming. That is a fairly sizable wave. I really don't know what I'm doing with this wave, considering I am... Listen, man, I don't know, alright? The plans of mice and men are a freaking wild one, alright? I think that's more to... like, pull emphasis on your plan didn't mean anything, or was, like, the same emphasis as a mouse planning against a giant-sized creature or whatever. I don't know why I, like, said give me some light instead of freeze all the bugs in this area so I can just power attack them and not have to worry about being bit by a thousand of them. Who knows? I also still have Berserker. The IFG just ran out. Oh well. Anyway, that's this mission done. I don't know if I'm going to be doing another one. I am kind of, not going to lie, I think I am electric reloaded out, alright? I do think this overclock is very powerful, it's just... it's not for me. Why is he doing that all the way over there? It is definitely not an overclock for me. I would rather, you know, just shoot the bug. Also, embedded detonators is another very powerful overclock, but is also another overclock that is kind of not for me. Anyway, if we don't do another mission, I hope you guys enjoyed this one, because I certainly did making it, and I hope to see you again at some other point in